innocent boy who she has sat on the phone to, whose face she has seen. He knows her fucking name. As a non-verbal child, he used to go, "Hi, Myra. You live in America? Do you live in America, Myra?" And when we fell out, that same kid used to come in every single time I was on the phone to Amy and go, "Where's Myra? Myra on the phone. Where's Myra?" And this woman went after that boy. So I'm sorry. Hero? No. No. Miss me with that fucking shit.
But
she knows.
The thing is that I already called it before. When I found out, I already called that this was going to be her redemption arc. I already knew that. And and this is a prime example, is you have to let people see for themselves. You really do, as much as it hurts. And I'm sure Bayou is fine with me saying this. You know, we laugh about it now. I told Bayou for the last 6 months, stay away from Myra. Stay away from Myra. Stay away from Myra. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please stay away from Myra. But
do y'all think that Sal's knows all of the details, or is it possible that she does?
Yes. She does. You know who her friend was? Sarah Riv. Sarah Riv knew all of the tea with Myra, what she did to Jess, threatening her physical safety. Sarah Riv was on panel.
No, Bayou, you have a heart.
Outing people who were going after Jess and Myra. Okay, I'm getting angry. Like, she knows. If you want to bring her in here to have a conversation, you can do that. We won't mute or block her like all of you did. And so we can play telephone. Like, we can keep playing telephone if you want, or we can talk to her. I respect you. Like you say, you try to run a neutral whatever. It's not neutral. Crystal did try. Double standards. I have respect for you. But like,
yeah, me too.
I don't like having to talk through you to talk to other people when we could have done this 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And I have to say this too, like, you know, I made a video on my page. This isn't a plug. Hey, everybody, go to my page, like my page, look at my video. I made a statement basically on my page about everything that I feel, just from my heart of what I feel. Whether it resonates with anybody or not, that's fine, right? But I just stop doing these things. Stop manipulating people. Like, the fact that Belle could be manipulated this way, anyone can be. She has the biggest heart. And I know that it's cliche for people to come up here and defend their friends, but I just couldn't believe what was being done. And then to find out that they then turned around after Belle had already done the right thing and turned around to her and threatened my friends that if they didn't fall in line with Myra and Alina threatened them that if they wouldn't get in line, that they would be charged with criminal action as well. For what? And then screenshot my comment and tell them to say hello to me like some veiled threat. I'm sorry, but that tells you everything you need to know. You're not doing this for pure purposes. And I'll give it to Sal's. Sal's did the right thing. She knew that that Belle was there. She knew Belle had came to her, and she kept that to herself. She did. She didn't come on here and say it. Belle came up and she stood up and said, hey, look, this is going on. This is what I did. I feel horrible. She came clean, and she came clean to Sal's before this came to light. But those girls, what they did, they threatened my friends, then they dirty deleted, then they blocked them, and then Myra disarmed her entire Discord like that without telling anybody.
Thanks, Tony. I think Jess is trying to show a screenshot. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be quiet now. I'm sorry, guys.
You're okay.
You're
It's
good,
passion,
you're good.
Pony. You've stayed quiet.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I went into Sheena's chat a couple of days ago, right? I went into Sheena's chat. Sheena was talking about something I can't believe, but I was agreeing in the chat with them. I was agreeing with people. I mean, I like Rachel. I like Fez. Like, there's people I like over there, right? So, and I don't give a fuck who knows it. I like them. They're good people, okay? Are we friends? No. Do we DM each other? Do we get involved in shit behind the scenes? No. Aubrey Strawberry, same thing. I like her, right? I'm allowed to like those people. That doesn't mean that I like Gypsy Rose. That doesn't mean that I stand with fuckery, right? But I went in that chat and I said, you know what? What was done to Sals was wrong. And I had people messaging me saying, oh, I'm so disappointed in you. Like, you know, I thought I knew you, or, you know, you're a gypsy lover now, and all this sort of shit. Like, get a fucking grip, man. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Get a fucking backbone. Okay, I'm done now.
Hey, can I ask you something real quick, though, while you're on the topic? Okay, so I remember months and months ago about you saying there was somebody that you had talked to on the phone, and it turned out that they were not who you thought they were, and it really scared you. Is this one and the same?
Well, I knew who they were, but against my better judgment again, because I thought that we were all here for FOIA. I thought we were all here to discuss the research case, not to be fucking weirdos behind the scenes. But no, that was nothing to do with any of this or Myra.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I'm covering all my bases.
That was fancy.
Guys, I'm going to get on the screenshots because I don't want to keep everybody up, and I know there's probably other lives going on right now.
All right, I'm stopping now.
It's all right. So these messages that I'm going to show are in blue is Myra, in white is Nicole, Canadian Nicole. I can't say what her current account name is. She has a few and she's had a few, so I can't point directly to who she is. Myra sent these messages to Karen back when Karen was kind of believing what Myra was saying. So there's a lot I've had to stop with start at a certain point because Nicole sends her email to Myra. Myra sends her email back to Nicole, and I'm not trying to dox either one's information. So I'm going to start from here, but the gist before is Nicole talking about how she fell out with my friendship group and what had happened, how she felt about it, how Myra felt. Honestly, it's fairly innocent. You can't really say anything bad about it. But Myra says here, I'm going to find out one way or another. I'll come for them one by one. Nicole says, well, that's shady. I'll keep my eyes open. Myra says, Jessica is vindictive. I'm just going to press play. Anyone who speaks against her, she will come for you. She is, and she's using others. She uses people, you've got that right. Wasn't she shaking when SMB came after her? Maybe I should be Nicole with her behind the scenes, and UK laws are the same as Canadian laws. So just on this, when SMB faked my accent and said that she lived around the corner and she knew who I was and that she was coming to my house, absolutely, yeah, I was shaking. I've got 2 young kids. No, the other one. I went round that night putting curtains up to windows that shouldn't even have fucking curtains up, just so nobody could look through. So yeah, you're quite fucking right. If somebody says they're coming to my house, I'm going to be a little worried. This is where they start mentioning about, and I'm sorry, I know it keeps shaking. My hands are shaking. I can't stop it. I'm sorry. Nicole on the dance floor. Says, what's the law in the UK when a mother Canadian is supporting her man with her kids' money? Nicole says, oh, the father should know if he's providing that money, as she is to let the courts know if he lives there, as that is fraud and the scamming the government. Is her boyfriend registered under her? So I shouldn't have to tell you all guys this, but I will. She used to be in our group, Beth, in the old Discord. In the old Discord, I know people in this chat
Pinks.
They know the situation of fleeing domestic violence, how toxic he is, how he doesn't pay me a single fucking penny of child maintenance for my child.
Unless Pink remade it, I don't
So
remember
it's
if she did or
absolutely
not,
none
but
of his
she used to
business
be
where my
there
money go,
in
but how
the
it works
Discord
in
when
the
I was
UK
in the
is
Discord.
you get a benefit called universal credit. And anybody who's an adult in that household goes on that claim. Anybody who's a child in that household goes on that claim. You can work up to a certain amount. The first £500 you earn doesn't take anything from your entitlement of benefit. Your entitlement of benefit is made up of a few
I forgot her
different things. How much
username
your rent
on
is,
here.
do you have a disabled child? Are you yourself disabled? How much extra support do you need? And that makes up your total amount. So even when I was working full time, I still received £1,300 a month in benefits. It's nobody's business, but that's how it works. So she goes on to say, as that's scamming, and the government is her boyfriend registered under her address because she should be, hold on. Oh shit. I've gone back. Something about she should be collecting a support check. If she collects as no one is living there, as if her boyfriend lives with his mom, but really resides with her full time, that's fraud. She's claiming more and his income will need to be added and her payments will be lowered. He doesn't work. He sits there all day. He sits all home all day with no job. My understanding is the government pays for everything. She's got housing from the government. While here in the
You're
UK,
good, Claude.
you either
I
get
don't
a
know, I
private
invited
rented house or
Coffee.
you get a council
Get her in
house.
here.
I have a council house, which, yes, is technically a government house, but I do have to pay rent on that.
She disappeared from your panel.
She got housing from the government, so he's not on any of the paperwork. That is not true, by the way. My partner is 100. I can't fucking pause. Jesus Christ. Hold on, sorry. I've gone back a bit too far now. Give me a second, sorry.
While Jess was finding it, we're in an uproar over what Chewy did to Sal's, threatening her physical safety. Myra has gone after her, Jess's babies, her housing, her income, and even threatened to locate her, nudes. What's the word for nude? I don't know, but every aspect of her life and her physical safety. But they decided to platform her knowing this.
Yeah. So Nicole's asking, is he not on any of the paperwork? That's bad. He's living there. This is not true, by the way. He's living there illegally, as the city would make him get a job. Well, we have councils here, not cities. Sorry, I can't help but correct the wrong things. It just fucking irritates me. As the city would make him get a job to contribute and her payments would go up and another added. It's a mess. Also, the ex should be notified. Like talking of... Nah, I'm sorry. I'm going to fucking flip. I didn't even pick up on this last time. All right. Okay, the ex should be notified. Even though I've been very fucking vocal about my experience with domestic violence,
Thank you,
I have a whole
Faith.
fucking speech on my page talking about fleeing my daughter's dad. But yeah, sure, notify the ex, Nicole. Notify the fucking ex, you psychopath. As I wouldn't want to pay for someone else's deadbeat ass. He will take her ass to court or remove his payments. What fucking payments? For her incompetence, as I'm sure he has visitation. With what she has done, invites those men to live with her under government housing is dangerous. She can lose it all. And if the housing is what is heroin, I would follow the rules carefully. If the housing is what it is here, I would follow the rules carefully. I don't know if he's listed in her residence, but my understanding is that he lives there and doesn't work. Many times she would complain about it and cry about it. I don't know much about the fathers of both her kids, you fucking liar. Yes, you do. Hours a day we used to spend on the phone to each other, bear in mind. Hours a day. And I won't talk about when you was crying to me about Gary, because I'm not going to take it there, Myra. One of them doesn't pay child support, I think. The other one does, but it's not a lot. He doesn't pay fuck all, and the other one doesn't see his son. He tried to burn my house down when I was pregnant. He has nothing to do with his kid. The other one does, but it's not a lot. She also makes money online, so there's another one to that. I used to make money online. I'm so glad I didn't tell you the full-on details, Myra. How much would the UK pay a single mother monthly? Do you like an idea how much? Her impulse is going to get her in trouble if she dares to mess with my life. Sorry, I'm not showing. Her impulse is going to get her in trouble if she dares to mess with my life. Is that right, Myra? It all goes on how much they make annually, and if they don't pay, there are other ways like suspending their license or putting a warrant for his arrest. But she has to take him to court and pay all that. My oldest is not my husband. I'm not going to read that because that's Nicole's private business. And then she's talking about how much her ex paid for her daughter.
Just to pause, like, this is Myra trying to go after people legally. She's doing this behind the scenes in ways that Jess would have never known if not for the people to go up and rightfully say something and show her all of this information. This wasn't someone, crashing out on live streams or whatever, right? Like, she was trying to
Yes,
in the
Muse.
legal route. She was seeking legal advice from people.
Thank
who
you.
are
I couldn't think of
familiar
her
with the
name for
UK
the life
laws.
of me, her
This is how
username.
insidious this person is. This is who they platformed. And they knew this.
I'm sorry, but you want to talk. What Chewy said about if Sals comes to his house, he'll have his way with her. That's gross. But another woman taking glee, thinking, oh my God, she's going to have to go sell her ass online if I take this route. You're fucked, Myra. I see. So Jess can be in serious trouble and she will have to sell her ass online to pay up.
But keep ignoring it, Sal's and Bree and Casey May, who saw this shit. Well, I don't know if Sal saw all the screenshots, but Bree, did you not? Casey May, you for sure did. You for sure did. And all your weird friends in there. Tiffany, you fucking doxer.
I knew
Keep coming,
recently
keep coming. Like, we have the receipts. And
when
you have
Myra
nothing.
had
You guys are
told me, but that's
disgusting.
about it.
You're
I
disgusting.
didn't know the full extent to the thing, though.
Myra.
I didn't get
Because
involved
I know
with
the legal
it.
system. Well, I'm not a lawyer. I'm currently blah, blah, blah. But she better stop or else her ass will be in trouble. If I have to, I will sit this one out and wait for HR. If I get a notice, she's done for. I lose my job, she's done for. Now, let me explain that.
Tap for me, guys. I got
Myra
a live
had sent
restriction for some
screenshots
reason.
of work information. Myra works in insurance and was trying to look up my benefits. And Myra also sent me multiple photos of herself going to work with her work badge on. So her mind instantly went to where she would go. But let me tell you now, hand on heart, no crosses on my children's lives. I have never even attempted to ring her work, email them, go after her in any way, shape or form that way. I did not ring or message her boyfriend when Adrian told me that she cheated on him. I did not do that. I won't do that. We all have dirt. There is only one person who was trying to sling it and look into people behind other people's backs. And I'm sorry, but the lengths she went to, I don't know how she can show her face on this app again. I don't know how anybody can allow her to. Congratulations, you did the right thing for once in your fucking life. Well done. Get the girl a fucking medal. And when are we going to talk about this?
Do you want a cookie, Myra?
I'm going to keep going. I'm getting angry, but I'm going to keep going.
Or cookie emojis. Cookie emoji is going to be offensive? Oh, sorry.
She can be. If either father took her to the court or the UK government did an inspection on her living situation, they can also look at her financials to see her spending like an audit. Well, as an American, I better figure out how to report her ass if something happens to me. It's never good to be in government housing. It's awful. Don't understand how she's going to New York City. Well, I've actually spent quite a lot of money and time on my house to make it nice and to make it lovely for me and my kids. But yeah, don't worry about that. I'm here in America.
Somebody drop me for Tina, please. Tina wants up. I can't drop myself.
Sorry, Tina, I wasn't looking. Can somebody accept Tina? Please. These messages are between Myra in blue and Nicole in... We have a thing called fuck around and find out. I can't unpause, sorry. Well, it's the money she makes online, and it's not just TikTok money. There's another way she's making money online. We have that here in Canada. It's called Elbows Up. Hold on. So they're talking about how much I'd pay. And she's saying she wasn't close to me. I was with Lynn and Raven because they're Canadian. And then I watched Gypsy Toe and I'm like, nope, I'm out. They're saying Gypsy Toe is problematic. She's the reason we've fallen out. I'm just going to mention Gypsy Toe is not fucking problematic. Gypsy Toe just calls out what she sees, when she sees it, where she sees it. She doesn't fuck with racists. She doesn't fuck with homophobes. I don't think she's problematic. I think she's just real. Hey, Tina.
I'm gonna drop just because I have to do a long drive with my son. But I just wanted to say two things before I go. The three things. Number one, thanks for having me. Number two, hey Tina, it's been so long. Hey. I've had a lot of chats with Tina. Just people supporting people. And not publicly, you know, you support each other. You get to know when you're being messed with that someone will say something.
They told us a different story, Beth.
This happened to me, and then
they told us Jess was the one who was going real life, not them.
Number two, I'm not here to cancel anybody. I'm not here to cancel Chewy or whatever. Like, if he gets cancelled, that's not my business. I'm here
Seems
to
like they lied to
what
us.
was said. I can't stand with that. I can't. And the other thing too that I want people to think about is this, right? When I was on my own panels with my own people and I was crying and I was being screamed at and I was being heckled in
That's
the comments.
the story that
and I
Myra
had
told,
people
yeah.
blocking me because they
That
were
Jess
told
was the
to.
one going real
You
life,
all better block
and
Pony.
that her
And I had
and
people come to me,
Nicole were the
good
ones
friends
stopping
say,
it. And
I
yeah,
was told
Pink,
point-
it's that
we
rare.
were told point blank to block you, but I couldn't find it in my heart to do it. And when you're getting screamed out by your own side, but then you've got Bree who comes on a panel to defend you, to just say, hey, like, stop treating Pony like that. Or I've got messages from people on the other quotation side checking. Quotation side checking.
Sorry, guys, my internet's not the best today.
It's about right and wrong. And if I've got people who are supposed to be the worst people in the world because they support Gypsy Rose, or, you know, they've done this or they've done that or whatever, and my own side are ostracizing me and making me have to leave an app and heartbroken, and I've got the other side, people on the other side genuinely reaching out to me to ask if I'm okay, where am I supposed to go from there? To me, there aren't any sides anymore. This isn't about a case. This is about just people messing with each other, fucking with each other's lives. And I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it. I love you all. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for listening to me.
I just have to share my AI. My AI summary says, debating the ethics of online accountability and canceling. Share your thoughts.
Some of it has got like personal information in it, and I'm not trying to be accused of anything like that. Now, in terms of where Myra went looking for my nudes, I have already shared those screenshots quite a few times. About 2 months ago, I went through my phone and had a bit of a purge so I could make room for the Mackenzie Sharilla stuff. So I don't have those screenshots on my phone physically anymore. And the only way Karen's been able to send them to me is like a forwarded message. So I have got all of Myra's messages to Karen, where she's saying about how she's watching me silently. She's watching me on backup accounts. She's made a messy TikTok page. She's going to come after me. She's not going to stop. She's going to be relentless. She just watched my poll live. What a scruffy dump of a house. But let's put a red wig on and a fat suit, stick cash to ourselves and dance on a pole. With that stupid fucking red hair. The way Myra speaks about me in those private messages to Karen is with pure venom and hatred. And that's okay. She can feel how she feels. But when she starts talking about, let's go digging online and find some videos of her, that's where you cross the boundaries into full-on fucking creep mode, my friend. And I'm happy to come live tomorrow. If people feel the need to see that, I need to go through everything and scribble Karen's number out of it all, because her number appears quite a few times because she's forwarding it. And I'm not trying to put Karen's information out here. So I'm going to have to go through and scribble out all the numbers. It's going to take me some time. And obviously they aren't physical screenshots unless Karen is still able to access them. But as you've heard from Pony, Myra's a bit of a dirty deleter on WhatsApp. So I feel like there's only so much proof I can kind of show you. And there's still going to be room for people to say, no, I don't believe it. It's not true. So I don't know if people need to see any more. I'm honestly kind of burnt out and tired. It's been a long day. I can't wait there.
Can I speak, Jess? Please, I just wanted to pop up for a minute.
Of course you can.
So, gosh, where do I start? When Myra privately threatened to come after your child benefits, let me make this clear, Myra. Our benefit system will fucking laugh at you. You're from a different country. They will not take a blind bit of notice of that. However, if you do decide to try and get someone from the UK to do it, all they will do is postpone Jess's benefit. They investigate it. They will see she's not doing anything wrong. She will get her money back with an apology. The next time you go after her, it will be invalid. However, if you're that dirty that you have to try and take the food out of her child's mouth, shame on you, bitch. It doesn't work the way you think it does. When we get benefits here, and I would like to say I'm not on benefit now, my husband's got a good job, thank you, but I was. They scrutinise your every move. Every bit of money you got coming in, every bit of money you got coming out. If you are slightly over, they don't pay you as much. If you're slightly under, they give you a little bit more. But you have checks. You have to put in paperwork. You have to put in medical things. Whatever the benefit may be, they're not easy on us here. So you keep trying, because that's vile. Because all you did was try and take it away from her child. Proud of yourself? Because you're out there taking an opportunity at poor Sal's expense to get your own back or your revenge or whatever it is you think you've got going, to use that opportunity to attack Jess. We watched you do that today. Grow the fuck up, because we saw how you treated Jess and how you stalked her and what you did. So getting people on your side to use this for your benefit, you're disgusting. And the sooner people realise what you are and what you're like, the better. And that's all I have to say. Sorry.
Tina, I fucking love you. I fucking love you.
Beautiful.
Fucking love you, girl.
I'm shaking. I'm not angry because when I just saw those messages, Jess, I'm like, wait a minute. Our country don't work like that. If you get reported for benefit, as you know, Jess, they stop your money immediately. They investigate it. You get it back with an apology if there's nothing wrong. And the next time she tries, they will laugh at her and say, get lost. Do you see what I'm saying? And from the fact that she's from the USA, they'll laugh at her anyway.
And the good thing is, though, I just need to say, because yes, she is from America, but she enlisted Nicole, who's from Canada, and who she believed had similar laws. She tried to elicit Louise, who is only from about 40 miles away from where I'm from. She tried to elicit Karen, who is also from the UK, and about an hour and a half up the road from me.
But Jess, she's got to prove it. You know she's got to prove it. And if she can't prove it, and do you know what I mean? They investigate it, that's it, done, right? Your child is entitled to those benefits for a reason.
He is, and I had to fight. 3 years I went back and forth. I went to 2 different tribunals, and in the end, a full panel of judges looked at me and said, this isn't fair to you and it's not fair to your son. We are awarding you £13,500 in back pay because you should have been getting this money from day one. And I sat in that room and fucking sobbed because that made such a difference for me and my family.
Right, and in the USA, do they not have to pay, the men have to pay, what do they call it over there? Child support? Is that what they call it over there? Mm-hmm. Here, what is it? Child maintenance. I know for a fact that if your husband isn't working over here, you get naffle, right? My ex-husband decided to take a job abroad just so he didn't have to pay his maintenance.
And they get away with it. They get away with it.
He did get away with it. They've called me and said, unless he steps foot back in the country for 2 weeks on English soil, we can't get the money. But believe me, if he steps on English soil, we've got him. And that's how he avoided it. They can avoid it here. They lie through their teeth and they do nothing. But your child is awarded on what our government believes your child should have, regardless of the father or the mother. So she's wasting her time because the child's entitled to it regardless. Bitch.
It's
So
not even
basically,
sorry, go on, K-Mac.
so what I am understanding to be true, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that Myra was kind of exiled, right, from doing what she had done. So she was gone, then she found her way back in, and then even more so, she kind of attached herself onto this South situation and thought, okay, now I can.
And you know, I like Sal's. She's the first person that came to my defense when Sweet as Honey and Wicked Whispers were bullying me. Well, obviously you guys did as well. I really appreciated that. You and Ivory Rose, everybody came to help me, right? And Sal's was the one that actually recorded the live and pointed out the lies, and she did a video on it, and I appreciated that so much, and I've never forgotten her for that. I like Sal's. I've got a lot of respect for Sal's, right? I don't know what's been going on between her and Chewy. I was friends with Chewy, not friends, but I followed them. And everything was fine. The situation between Sal's and Jess, I'm sad for. Really, really sad. That's a shame. But at the same time, I've unfollowed Chewy and Rose because I am disgusted at what they did to Sal's. And that's it. There's an excuse for it, or he might have been so angry. No. End of, done, gone. But I am sad for how it's worked out. Now, when I didn't go in that live today, I sat outside in the lobby and I watched Myra take that opportunity to make it about her and go for Jess. And do you know what? Pony's absolutely correct.
Was it Sal's?
She was in Sal's live.
Sal's live, okay.
Sal's
Yes.
live, and then on your panel too as well, K-Mac, when everyone was blocked and dropped and muted.
Yes, and
I just want to say it too,
Jess.
because Jess was up there she apologized. She felt bad. People were crying over what they heard, right? But nothing is good enough because some people just want to stay mad. And Jess tried to make amends. She tried to sort things out. She's been trying before anyone ever knew that this was happening, but we're supposed to be psychic to have known that he threatened Salsa's life. As soon as we heard it, we called it out, right? Jess spent hours trying to make amends. It wasn't good enough. No apology is good enough. Some people want to be mad, and that's the difference.
Oh, absolutely.
They knew what happened. They knew what Myra did to Jess. Exactly. They knew what, okay, so that's the difference. Jess, even despite being in a fight with Sal, still called Chewy out, but they can't call Myra out. They knew that. That's the difference. People who stick up for each other, whether it doesn't matter what side you're on or what's happening, right? That's the difference. They're hate bonding over there, and that's all that mattered to them, to platform someone they knew was abusing this woman and her children and her financials and her housing. They don't give a shit.
As long as Myra
She's
is
one of
involved in
Chewy's
that,
friends,
Sal
Granny.
and Jess will never have the opportunity to rebuild their relationship because she's right there to stop that.
But to be fair, Tina, I'm telling you just because, like, okay, I totally get that. She's not interested. Jess tried like 10 times already. She's tried. Some people aren't worthy of friendship. Jess cared for her. She cried for her. Sals doesn't give a shit. She wants to be victimized. Sorry, unpopular opinion. Not people don't have to agree with me, but some people want to stay mad. They get off on it, and I think Sals is one of those people.
Let me tell you what I saw. She sat there in Sal's live, yeah, and she waited. And because she knew that Sals was upset with Jessica for whatever reason, yeah, she used that as an opportunity to swoop in and attack Jessica.
She absolutely did, Karen. Yes, she did.
For her own game. I had to leave you live. When they kept dropping Gypsy Toe and I kept letting them back up, I had to leave the live. Because it wasn't fair, not going on at K-Mac. She didn't know, you get me? But it wasn't fair. I think that everybody should have a chance to have their say and have their opinion. And Gypsy Toe wasn't going up there to fight, and nor was Jessica. They just wanted to expose Myra, and I agree with them. What Chewy and Rose has done is wrong. That's just another level. But you can't sit there and complain about one, yeah, and not complain about Myra. She's a pedo, whatever you want to call it. She was looking up Jessica's fanny was on the internet. She tried to take food from her kid's mouth. Tried to make her lose her home. Everything. It's wrong. And what upset me with Myra, she threw me under the bus. Adrian and Nelly and Lala must have been upset with her for something. I don't know what. And when me and Peach went and told her that Jessica was in Key's life, Nelly wasn't even there, you know, and Adrian at the time. And then when they said to her, well, why are you in the live, blah, 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 she turned around and said to them, oh, Karen come and told me you were there. No, I told her Jessica was there. And they said nothing about Nelly, nothing about Adrian at all. And then what else done it with me with her? She must have rang me on my WhatsApp, yeah. And she said, oh, Jessica and Coco and all of them are over there and they're talking about you and they're cussing you off and they're laughing at you and calling you all these names. So I thought, okay, let me go and see. But I was blocked, but I had a burner. So I went over there on my burner and I'm watching from the outside. They're not even talking about me. They're not even talking about anybody. I blocked her. I said, you know what? You're two-faced. You threw me under the bus and all these things. You made me fall out with Jessica. And for what? And I blocked her and I haven't spoke to her since.
Granny, I think everybody's pissed because of the hypocrisy that's going on, because Sales wants to call out Chewy for his bad behavior, but doesn't want to call out anybody else for their bad behavior that they're doing. Just as like Myra was doing with Joss. They didn't want to call out Myra for her bad behavior. Just like Recliner's done to all of us. They don't want to call out her bad behavior. It's hypocrisy.
For the first time, for the first time. And people were saying, wow, like, I would have never expected him to act that way. Guess what? People like Casey May said, oh, so now they're mad. Oh, wow. Now they want to, like, you know, like they were mad that people were agreeing that it was wrong. That's how you know they don't give a shit whether or not it's right or wrong. They're just trying to prove their point and get ahead and weaponize this against people who did nothing wrong. We're not Chewy. Get mad at him. But they're more mad at everybody else who platformed him, what, like months and months and months ago? Like as if we were supposed to be psychic and knew he was plotting a murder or what?
Yeah. Preach, girl, preach.
Do you know what I was saying to that girl? I was saying to Myra's friend, I can't remember what her name was, that other girl that was there sticking up for Myra, right? I was saying in the chat, but you lot knew. You lot knew that they were doing this to Sals, and you sat there and you said nothing. And that girl said to me, who you aiming that at? I said, you. That was Myra.
That was who spells PENIS, Aaliyah or something.
No.
Yes, it was. You were saying something to her. You said you knew about it and you didn't say anything.
Yeah, she said, are you aiming that at me? And I said, yeah, you. And Myra, because you knew and you sat nothing, but what you both did, you seen a weak point. You seen that Sals was upset with Jessica for whatever reason. I don't know and I don't need to know. And then you used that to attack Jessica. That was your way into to attack Jessica because you knew Sals was vulnerable.
Jessica, did you hear what she was saying this afternoon?
No, I couldn't listen. As soon as I knew she was on panel, I went offline and called my friends in Discord.
Do you know, it's funny because I sat and I thought, wait for it. I bet you she makes this about her. And I bet you she takes the opportunity to bring all this up about Jessica. And she did exactly what I thought she was going to do.
Yeah, because Jessica and Amy come to me. Jessica and Amy come to me.
Seeing people in the comment section, like I expect it from Myra. Look at everything I've shown you already, and there's a lot more. Trust me, there's a lot more. What I didn't expect it from is people like Brie, people I have defended, people I've taken up for, and honestly, it's just sad. Like I've got nothing negative to say other than it's sad. I never stopped to question or consider Brie's past. And yes, I am an emotional person. When I've given a shit about somebody, I will usually cry. I do have BPD. I'm in remission for that. I try every day, like, to not let my emotions rule me. But sadly, it's part of the diagnosis. And yeah, I feel like Myra knows that. Well, Myra does know that. It's not a feeling.
She knew what she was doing, Jess. She knew exactly what she was doing.
She did try to target that. She tried to make me feel like I was crazy with certain things, telling me I was playing tennis with myself, all whilst attacking me and coming after me on private accounts. And I'm sorry, but I've seen the manipulation, I've seen the planning, and I just won't go to bat with it. I won't. Like, I'm not going to do this back and forth. I don't want her around my spaces. And a couple of people I have jumped to blocking tonight came back. I did block you on both accounts. I then went and unblocked you so I could come back in, try to come on panel and tell you. And then MLF I've blocked as soon as I heard her put in the chat, Myra's done nothing wrong, leave Myra alone. I was like, I can't. Like I can't. I love
It's because they don't know. They obviously don't know how bad she was with you last year, Jess, and her behaviour was disgusting. She went from panel to panel to panel, night after night after night, to the point where me and Coco were in that chat saying, stop, just stop.
Yeah, and she's been telling you, like, because I was friends with her, she was telling everybody, oh, it's not me, I left the app, I've only got one account, lies, because she's been watching all of you from the outside.
There is no way, I'm telling you from the bottom of my soul, there is no way that Sals knows how bad this is. She would never, ever.
She knows. And guess what? And guess what, K-Mac? She knows. And guess what else? When we tried to tell her, you blocked me. You muted me.
Sals didn't know something.
Even though she was being spoken upon. And Jess told Sals a general list of, a reminder of all the stuff she did just
she was in a live
hours
with me
before
and
she
Jess.
did all that.
She was in a live with me, Jess and Sassy and them. And after, Jessica went over to Chewy's live before they all fell out. And so did Sal's. And and Myra was there. And they tried to tell Chewy and Rose what Myra's been doing. And everybody got muted or blocked. Then, Sal's made a post about what Myra did to Jessica.
Now, see, Jess said to Sal's today, look, this is like me, you're asking me to apologise to Myra. This is like me asking you to apologise or be friendly with Chewy. Now, that alone should have told Sal's, look, there's an issue here. I don't want to be friends with her because of what she did in my past.
I'm going to put this to bed just for 2 minutes. I'm not going to read Sal's messages, but there were more messages beyond what I'd read on panel earlier that come after I'd read those. So I'm only going to read mine because I don't want to upset her further. I said, I'm always going to speak out on Myra. I'm sorry, Sal's. I'm really sorry. She did the worst to me like he did to you. I can't not. Maybe that makes me bad. It's in my bones to warn everyone. Your experience may be different. It may never be the same as mine. Peachy and Myra have moved together. They have a plan for everything.
Where in the world
I
did
have
everyone
said
go?
I shouldn't have said it without proof. I was crying whilst
I don't know. Hold on, let me share it back up.
This is insane.
This is all madness.
I know.
Hi, Sunset. This is like, I don't know. This is like headache. The hypocrisy on it is real.
Yeah, this is insane. Hey, Sunset.
She did know. She did know because she made a post. Remember, Jessica?
Okay,
She made
Sunset.
a post about it.
She did.
She did know.
People might not know, other people might not know the full story because Jess doesn't go live every single day, panel to panel to panel, bitching and crying and whining about her drama. And that's why everyone might not know, but the whole time Myra's been watching her.
It wasn't Jessica's fault. No. If you've ever seen Jessica go on panel or go on do a live like she is today, that's because she's fighting Myra back. She's defending herself.
Well, Pony
Jessica-
summed her up perfectly. Pony described Myra down to a T with her sneakiness. 100%.
Jessica hasn't spoke about this for months and months and months. I thought it was all over and done with.
And
I
it
thought it was all.
Like,
That's why she's sat in the background, Karen.
the best I can do is like warn my friend. You know, I can try and tell her, like, this is what I believe to be true. This is what I've been told. I really want you to be careful. But she's a grown woman. She'll have to
Right.
make her own decisions.
But not
She's
even
not going to
that.
care.
Myra
They expect everyone to care about every single little thing that happens to them, and this is something real life. Part of Jess's life, every aspect of her life, but they don't give a shit. But we're expected to care about every single other little thing.
But it's not just what we.
That's a very good point.
It's not just what you've been told or what you believe. You have to say that the evidence you saw tonight that Jessica showed too.
Okay, K-Mac, no disrespect, but we can't all be wrong. We saw it. We all
No,
saw
I
it.
believe you. I believe you. Myra will never be on my panel again. I can promise each of you that. Never going to happen
I'm not
again.
being rude. I'm just saying, okay, this
But I
happened to
didn't
Jessica,
know.
but we all saw this
Okay,
go down.
but didn't know. Just she didn't know.
No, I know. I'm saying, but
And
what
if
I'm
I
saying is,
hadn't
if she
known,
went to
I
Sal's
would've
with
stopped
this,
it.
right? If she went to Sal's with this, Jessica's got back up. We all saw it. It isn't just two little people. We all saw this happen.
Look, I have a good relationship with Brie, and I have a good relationship with Sheena. I'll talk to them.
I cannot, this is where it's just baffling because the Sals that I know, who I think I know pretty well, would never put her own abuse aside or like not, what am I trying to say? She would not put your abuse aside just because she gets somebody to rally behind her. Like she wouldn't do that. I know
But she kind of
her.
has on Myra's word.
Doing that though, so that's what that's what she's doing right now.
Do you know what it is, Jessica? I think at the moment, right, I think Sals is really upset. Not sticking up for her. I think she's really upset. She's really, really angry because of what's been done to her. And she doesn't want to talk to anybody at the moment. That's what I think it is.
Well, quite rightly so. She's got a right to be upset. But
Let her calm down. Give her a couple of days.
That's what I was
Let
thinking.
her calm down.
we are all
Once
here
things
for her.
calm down and we can actually say, okay, like, I understand that maybe Myra was a hero in this situation, so yay, clap, clap for her.
Nah,
But
she
it
had
doesn't make
ulterior
Myra's a
motive.
good person.
Can I just
It
say,
doesn't mean-
like, real quick, before, wait, what day is it? We just found out about this, like yesterday, the day before, right? So this has been an ongoing thing. As soon as someone said one little thing to Sal's, maybe don't go to Facebook, right? Because now we see what happens when you go to Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll meet someone crazier than you. And Sal said she didn't do anything wrong. She didn't send their information out. She just innocently went to her page and got the fuck out of there. Well, now we know what happens when someone isn't so innocent who finds their ex-wife's Facebook, right? That's why it's wrong across the board. You don't do it just because you think you're better than everybody else, right? That people will take that and it's a free pass for everybody else to do it. And this is kind of the fuck shit that happens after you do that.
Well,
Right?
to me, it's not okay. Like if you're a terrible person who has done terrible things in this community, you don't get to do one good thing and then everybody just gives you a pass for all the things that you've done in the past. That's not going to happen with me.
Before the phone call happened, right? Jess has been trying to mend a relationship all for simply saying, not backing Chewy and Rose.
I know.
Disagreeing with their homophobic statements on Facebook that was found, right? Simply saying, my kids were doxxed, her kids were put online, her abusive ex she's in hiding from was put online, a map to her house was put online, all found from her Facebook. Jess politely said, I don't like that. That happened to me before we knew any of this information. Right? She just simply said, I don't agree with that. Have you ever heard Jess scream and yell and crash out on Sal's own panel? No. Jess goes up there politely, gently, and Sal's talks down to her like a fucking dog, which is why I get blocked and muted every single time because I'm going to defend my fucking friend. And she's so disrespectful. She's so condescending. And she goes around asking why don't people like me? Why are you mad at me? What did I do to you? Maybe you're a fucking bitch. And you talk to people like they're stupid and you call people low intelligence and you say all this shit, but you get away with it because you're a victim 24/7. And you ignore everything that happens to everybody else. Maybe that's why people are fed up. And Jess said one thing. People said one thing to her, don't go to Facebook. And guess what Sal did? Blocked every single person. He was sticking up for Sal to the bitter end. All she said was, maybe you shouldn't have done that. And Sal flips her shit because she's a narcissist. And people can't handle when someone who's respectable, like Jess, intelligent, she fights for what's right. Doesn't matter what side. She's friends with Bree's side. She's friends with the anti-side, right? She calls it out every single time. And that's why it hurts more because she critiqued Sal's politely. And it hurts so bad as a narcissist to hear something from someone who's so open-minded. She had to reject every part of Jess and call her a monster and a liar and a snake and all this and that so that whatever Jess politely said to her wouldn't stick. That's what narcs do.
Well, Jess, I just wanted to come up here and tell you that I love you. I think you're strong and amazing. I'm sorry you're having to relive this again. I think Myra is evil. I think she's worse than Skip. I think that anybody that doesn't see she has an ulterior motive is blind. I hope that, I don't like Sal's because she is condescending and arrogant, and
Hi,
it's just
Crystal.
not my cup of tea, but I stay my distance. But I don't agree with what she's done, or what's been done to her, rather. I think that I'm wondering now if Myra didn't have more gas to throw up Chewy's fire.
Ulterior motive with Myra. Seriously, that was sneaky.
But everything that Chewy and Rose said that we can't prove. I'm wondering if Myra told them that, or if Myra played a part in fueling that fire. Now, granted, he still should never have said what he said, and he's 100% wrong for that. But, you know, you get somebody with an anger issue, or you get somebody that's already on the edge, and you get somebody that's poking the bear, even if it's lies. I'm wondering now how much Myra actually played in that.
And I'm glad you're saying that because, okay, I'm not here to try and fight Sal's battle, okay? But I want you guys to understand, like, Sal's is a girl's girl. Like, she would not turn a blind eye to somebody else's trauma.
Girl's girl who platformed someone who was searching for Jessica Ann's revenge porn. Tell me how that's a girl's girl. Go on.
Listen,
I know, but I just,
up until
in my
about
heart,
4
it's like,
hours
I don't
ago,
think she understands
K-Mac,
how bad it is.
She
Up
does.
until about
K-Mac, it's
4
not your
hours
battle.
ago.
Send Sal's in here.
Up until about 4 hours ago, I would wait. It's 3:30 in the morning for me. Scratch that. Up until about 8 hours ago, I would have agreed with you. I would have agreed with you. You can ask anybody I speak to in private on this app. I have always kept a soft spot for Sal's. All I have ever wanted to hear her say is I shouldn't have gone on the Facebook. That is it. I desperately wanted her to say that so I could be cool with her again. Because I like Sal's. But I cannot ignore what I have seen from her today, K-Mac. And I have messaged her. She did know. And I'm sorry, but it may not be what people want to hear right now. She is deliberately ignoring that to push her own narrative. That is why she flipped out when Gypsy Toe tried to come on panel. That is why she did not want her up there. That is why she did not want me up there. And I'm sorry, K-Mac, but Sal's has her own panel. She has her own live.
I know. I offered though. She has a lot of people blocked, and I went to her and said, "Hey, I will host a live for you." This was all for her, so you could open those lines of communication. I didn't know Myra, and I didn't know the people that were coming on panel. They weren't my choice. It wasn't like, I mean, I did it for her so she could until my life got taken down.
But Sal's knew. K-Mac, she did. You don't know, but she knew. That's why she panicked and she's like, "Don't go after Myra." Everyone chat, "Don't go after Myra." Sal's saying, Myra's a hero. Myra dropped us as soon as she saw me come into the chat because she knows exactly what the fuck I'm gonna say. That's why she's been in hiding. The last time you saw her, anyone saw her, was because she was right before she got canceled by everyone seeing all of the receipts of what she did. You can also
guarantee that Myra had put every single person on that panel she had on side. So she got her story out there, her version of events before anybody knew. So they were already biased. It didn't help. She knows what she's doing. She's done it time and time again.
Do you know what it is, K-Mac? I respect that and I appreciate your life today. It was just for Sal's and Sal's been out everything. We're not upset about that. We're not upset about that.
I think Sal's disagree. Anytime you disagree with Sal, she blocks you.
That's a
shame. She would have
Myra was allowing her.
She blocked the entire community because people politely said, "We don't go to Facebook pages. That's wrong." She blocked everyone. People weren't even fighting with her at that point. Then she went on Bree's panel and everyone else's panel, almost talking shit about Keish and Key and everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Because people dared to say one little thing, and she was riding a high until Elaine the Pain said one thing against her and said, "Sal's, I'm going to call you out for what you did to Legacy and this behavior. It's kind of shady." And Sal's had a downfall. At that point, she was spiraling. Everyone loved her until one person said one little thing to her, and she couldn't handle it. Even people, her own friends, Key. She loved Key, right? Key was so generous with her. Key said, Sal's, I can't be with you on this one single thing. And she blocked her and was talking shit. Like, she can't handle one little thing. She found her ex-wife on Facebook. He found her ex-wife on Facebook. That's why we don't go to Facebook.
We was upset because Myra, I'm going to came back. We was upset because Myra was allowed on the panel and she was allowed to attack Jessica. That's what we're all upset about, really. She attacked her, and what Chewy's doing to Sal's is exactly what Myra's doing to Jessica. If not worse. Because when you're threatening to take kids' food from their mouth, right? I mean, let me drop it like this. Jessica's able-bodied. Jessica can go to work. Of course she can. She can get a job in UK easily.
I think Myra's horrible.
But because, hang on a minute, because her son is autistic, she can't go to work because she has to put all herself into her child. That's the only reason. And she's killing me, and she's trying to take food from her kid's mouth. She's trying to take the roof off for her head. And for what? A silly petty argument, a disagreement they had.
Right, and let the child suffer. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
then.
but you know, because
Although Karen, she doesn't get money for her child. She has to get it off the stage. She doesn't get money for her child. So Myra knew that. So she was dirty, but she wanted to take the food out of that child's mouth from the roof.
And she's picking on Jessica, saying, "Oh, you're on benefits." Well, I think she's on government assistance, isn't she? For her child.
Myra works incredibly hard. She's got a very good job. She's very educated.
But she still gets good government assistance, Jessica.
She does.
So you can't cost somebody else when you're getting it yourself.
No,
But at the same time, Karen, it's damn well none of her business what Jessica has. It's nothing to do with her. Mind her own damn business. It's that to attack somebody and try and do that was for spite. But why make her child suffer?
Jess. I feel like you've been victimized twice, and I don't want to be a part of that, and I'm sorry.
No, we're not blaming you, K-Mac.
I know, but I want you
didn't
to know that I would never victimize you. I had no idea any of this was anything, and I just want you to know that I feel terrible hearing all of this and how it must affect you.
K-Mac, people in your chat will say, "Oh, leave Myra alone, leave Myra alone, just for this, just for that." I never left Myra alone, I carried on, I didn't give a shit. No one telling me what to do.
No, but it was the sneakiness. It was the sneakiness of her using that opportunity to then bring up Jess and attack her.
And the kicker is, they knew that because Casey May saw all the screenshots, right? Said nothing. She was supporting Myra in the chat. She's been messaging her privately, knowing that she was looking for revenge corn. Was, Myra was trying to take away benefits for her kid, threatening her security, her housing, her money, all this and that, threatening her physical safety. She knew that, and that's why they should have known that before even platforming her. And they did, but they weren't telling each other that in the chat, right? There are some people who might not have known, and then there were the people who knew and were still supporting her, and that's the problem. They're all part of a big friend group, not like all of us who there's hundreds of us and we just listen to lives and we, whatever, right? They're part of an entire group where they share all this information internally. They already knew it.
And I'm trying to figure out.
And hold on, because they knew it. They knew it, right? With screenshots and this and that. Bree, Casey May specifically, mainly Casey May. But we were expected to have been psychic and just knew, for the 5-person call or whatever with Chewy, we should have been knowing that he was threatening to go over and unalive Sal's. We were all supposed to know that. We're all supposed to apologize for throwing tomatoes and all this and that, right? We were supposed to know that, but they actually knew about this one and they let her up on panel. Imagine if we invited Chewy up right now, but we won't because we're not like them. We're not hypocrites.
I will still throw tomatoes at
Did y'all know that he actually came into my chat right before it got taken down? It floored me. He came in and got blocked, and the chat was telling me to look up in the chat, and I couldn't believe it. I
couldn't believe it.
But yeah, I'm not going to apologize for throwing tomatoes at Sal's or saying boo Sal's because I still don't like her.
Yeah.
I don't like what happened to her, but I don't like her. She talks down to people. She talks like, she's never wrong. She talks like you ain't got a brain cell in your head, and then she gets mad because you don't like her. Why don't you like me? I just don't like you. I will respect her on your panel, K-Mac, because I love you. And I will respect her if she has a respectful conversation. Excuse me, but don't ask me if I like you, because I'm going to say no.
When you're going around asking people why they have an issue with you, you just know there's something wrong with you. Because I actually like when people don't like me. It's usually because I said something that hurt your feelings, which means if you don't like me, I'm doing something right. If Sal's doesn't like me, if the FBI doesn't like me, I'm doing something right. Because I just say how I'm feeling. And if you don't agree with me, then we don't fuck with each other. But for Sal's to go around and be like, what did I do to you? Why do you not like me? Yada, like, girl, look how you talk to me.
It's so weird to me, too, because from the very first conversation I've ever had with you, man, I totally vibe with you. Like, I get you.
Because she tells it like it is, K-Mac. That's why
I just really have always liked
that
you.
about her.
And I was hoping, like, and it just made sense to me, like, of course you would get along with, like, Sal's and, like, people that I like, because you just fit right in. You're just right in there with us. Like, you are one of us in my head, I guess.
Coco, you there?
I had no problem with Sal's until the opportunity. Sometimes things happen and people show themselves who they really are. Her own friends told her one little thing about herself, don't go to Facebook. And she decided to burn the whole town down, block Jess, block Key, go on live talking shit about Keish. Over what? That was a simple criticism that could have been fixed. People could have moved past that, but she decided to be self-destructive because she can't take any form of criticism.
I can hear your side of it. I do. And I don't know her reasoning with Jess, but I do know that there was a lot more to it with Key, because I know there was more to it. And it was very painful for her how she was treated by Key. I'm just going to say that.
But it would not have been that way had she just said, you know what, you're right, I was wrong, I probably shouldn't have done that. He would have been like, yep, you're damn right, and it would have went on to them being friends. But because Sal's is I'm never wrong, and if you don't agree with me, then fuck you, then it's, battle, and that's why Key battled her back. I thought it was sad.
And Bree in the chat asked Casey May.
Hold on, Bray. Get your selective outrage out of my chat. You have no place here. I'm ashamed I ever took up for you. Leave.
No one even
Don't make me have to block you.
No one even mentioned Bree.
Can we please? Is it possible that Bree doesn't know?
I don't care if Bree knows. I don't want to.
But I do, and it's important. It's important. People need to know.
I don't want Bree here. Bree's own friends have tried to tell her. Bree doesn't want to listen. And according to Bree, this is just what I do. So Bree can have that opinion.
Bree knows.
From me.
People have been warning that entire group about Myra.
We come at this case from different points of view. And there's some people I feel that way about, and we get on, and I can have a conversation.
There were 9 people. There were 9.
After all the times, I'm sorry, I just want to say this. Even after all the times me and Brie have argued and had our back and forth, the way she's tried to insult my intelligence and say things like, I've had the pleasure of being on panel with Jessica, all the snidey little comments she's ever made about me. You never caught me saying anything rude about Brie. Never. You never heard me fat shame her. You never heard me call her bro. You never heard me support any of all that shit. And any time she came over to my panel, she was treated with respect. I turned my comments off. I gave her the chance to speak. I got shit from my own side for doing that. And when Audrey went out and got Bree's criminal record, I stood on my business and I defended her because that's what was right to do. But despite all of that, I have tried repeatedly to explain to Bree and to let Bree know there is more going on than what you are seeing. But Bree cannot see past the end of her own nose. As per usual, I'm done trying to explain it to Bree. I have no reason to interact with her. I know what I've done for her. I know how I've treated her. I know how she's treated me. I know who will sleep better at night.
Bree was in chat today while Bree with the facts was in chat today while Jessica Ann's abuser who went after her kids, her housing, her child's disabilities, her revenge porn, and was glazing Myra. While they're trying to cancel one abuser, they're platforming another. All for what? Because she gave them a little bit of information. So Bree, shut the fuck up for once, bitch.
Sometimes,
because you keep muting me and blocking me everywhere. So yeah, that's what you get.
sometimes people can't hear a conversation until they can. So it could be a situation where Bree was not fully aware of the circumstances. And I do believe you tried talking to her, Jess. I do, because I've heard you, and you're that way with people. You're very not understanding. What's the word? You are a communicator. You do very well in that department. However, some people need a different kind of way to receive the information you're giving them. And maybe this could be that time for her, and she could actually understand what exactly happened, and she truly doesn't know. Do you know what I mean?
Do you also know what a good time would have been when Tiffany in Casey May's Discord posted a mugshot of Steph and was explaining her criminal charges, and then all of them were going around in comments mocking Steph for her past addiction, even though we're not allowed to talk about addiction, right, Bree? And then Bree was on her live dropping little tidbits here to mock Steph of her past crime. So wouldn't that have been like a really good opportunity for all of them to be empathetic? Because they know nothing, right? They don't know anything. They're innocent.
There's Steph.
Hello, you.
Me.
Oh my God.
And it includes, I'm sorry, I posted it in anger. I did try to message you to let you know as soon as I found out this evening. I don't know if you recall, but Kai was on panel. She said she was going to go to hash it out and find something. I went and tagged her in that section and came across where Tiffany admitted that she was your Kmart account, the one trolling you. So I screenshot that and I came to message you, but I think you were away on your other account on panel. And then by the time you had responded to me, I'd been in that live and seen Tiffany saying things like cancel Jessica, justice for Myra. After me and her sat and agreed last night that we were going to stop, I decided not to post any of the proof I had on her.
I knew, Jess, that was going nowhere. I knew last night that was going absolutely nowhere. You can shake hands, kiss, walk away, and the next day it'll be the same.
And then
Lindsay, you can block Anna. I know everyone's been going after Anna because she did post Sal's number or whatever. I haven't been keeping up, but just so you know, Sal and Sarah Riv were just as guilty as each other, as Anna, in a whole scheme against Lindsay and Nellie and Adrian and whoever else was involved in that shit. So whenever they're putting the blame on Anna, oh crazy Anna, just know that all three of them are as guilty as each other. They did know a bunch of fuck shit about a bunch of people when we're passing around their information. So not justice for Anna, but all of them are fucking weird.
So Tiffany's the one that made K-Max Kmart account too?
she is, in fact, bear with me. Let me just get the proof whilst we're here.
Well, looks like we got the same bully, K-Max.
I don't.
All I'm gonna say is this is some fuck shit.
About what?
That it was Tiffany?
Oh, I think I found out today. But you know what's funny, K-Mac, that you were saying, like, in my troll account was not the FBI. It was someone on the pro side, or the anti side, or whatever, right? But, like, technically,
That's where it started.
Technically, she's the FBI.
I knew.
Interesting.
And that was in what's her face's Discord? Whose Discord was that in, Jess? That would be Casey May's Discord. So Casey May.
No, I believe it was Bree's voice section in Bree's voice chat. Although Bree does say that it must have been deleted very quickly because she did not see it in there. So I can't say that everybody in there saw it, but that is where it was posted.
But you know what's funny? Because, like, Tiffany's friends and Tiffany obviously for sure knew it happened, but I was going around asking her about it in chat, and Tiffany's like, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? And I didn't post the receipts out of respect for Steph, but, like, Tiffany, you're a fucking liar.
All right, so I'm gonna, so this is where Tiffany doxes Steph's. All right, let's not call it doxing, because I know people say...
No, I doxed myself.
This is where Tiffany put Steph's.
God, it's no one's business, man. That really, it just annoys me. That's just so no one's business.
You are vile, and I stick by everything I said about you last night. I apologise to everyone but K-Mac. This is taken from the Hash It Out. It was sent on the 31st of the 1st, 2026. And this is Tiffany admitting to being your troll page. That's the only one I ever did. Oh wait, I did do the Kmart one.
But they're so innocent, they do nothing wrong, and we're all at their mercy. They're, you know, the judge, jury, and executioner for every little thing someone does wrong, because they're crashing out over the fuck shit they're doing and lying about. And they act like everything that happens to them, you know, was unprovoked. But they're doing this behind the scenes and lying for each other. Fuck you.
Yeah, and like Nellie said, she got some of the information she put on me wrong. My boyfriend was not involved. He's in prison for a whole nother different reason. It has nothing to do with me.
Oh my God.
Tiffany is a gem of a person.
And Sal's defending Tiffany, like, literally, like, 2 days ago, like, on Bree's panel, like, they were all in there defending Tiffany. Might have been some Sheena's, or I don't know. Crazy, because they knew that this happened. Jess already outed Tiffany for this, like, last week. But they lied for each other.
Knew, and they were, I mean, they're my mods. I just saw them on there. They knew, like,
So everyone called Coco out for her bad behaviour, and she accepted it on the chin, no problem. But as soon as you
And they
they can't call their own people out.
Mm-hmm. And they act like everything Coco does is unprovoked. Oh, Coco's so messy. Oh, this and that. They've been they you know, have been doing veiled threats. They're tracking Coco's court dates. They're posting her court dates in comments. They're saying, "Oh, Coco, don't you have something to do on the 5th or whatever?" This and that. And then they act confused why Coco's crashing out on them.
Wait a minute.
It's because you guys are fucking stalkers.
So hold on just a second. K-Mac, are you okay? I mean, I know, and I'm not saying that sarcastically. If people think I am, you are wrong. I love K-Mac, and K-Mac knows this. And I just know this is a lot of information for her at one time. And
K-Mac, I'm sorry, because this was not the way for you to find out, and I'm not even gonna lie, it was pure anger from my point of view. Like, Tiffany, cancel Jess, alright, bet. Cancel me with your proof, I'll cancel you with mine, because I bet you've got nothing on me, hon.
Where was that at? What Discord was that in?
Let's hash it out.
Whose Discord is that?
Amy's.
Who is Amy?
My best friend. So Hash It Out was made during the time that everybody was falling out, and we said let's just have a Discord where everybody can go in and yell it out rather than doing it on TikTok panels and overstimulating the whole app. So certain people got invited in. Tiffany was in there at this point. We didn't know, like, whether she was okay with us or whether she wasn't.
Oh my God, I look so fucking stupid.
no, you don't.
I cannot even believe they all knew.
I can't say who knew and who didn't know. What I can say is Casey was in that Discord, and everybody else can back that up. And what I will also say, K-Mac, I'm in that Discord. Did I see that message till tonight? No, I didn't. I sleep. I miss a lot of messages. I don't scroll back and see everything. So is it possible that people miss that? Absolutely. But like we've been saying, Tiffany is not a good person. She does this shit. We've been saying, and we've been getting shut down and told we're the people doing all this. I can't. I'm sorry.
You could have brushed it off.
Though. It shouldn't have.
But like people have confronted Tiffany head on. Like I literally was like, I know what you did. I already saw it.
Child just went head to head for her, or a random chick went head to head for her over me, and she got called a liar, of course.
Because Tiffany knows what she did, and she straight up says she never did that to you, Steph. Even though we had the receipt already, and everyone was covering for her. They're as bad as each other. And that's a common occurrence. This isn't the first time.
I told K-Mac when I first found out about it, but I didn't know Tiffany well enough to tell her what Tiffany it was. I just told K-Mac that Tiffany has a funny way of spelling or writing her name.
K-Mac, Elaine the Pain has a comment for you. If you know who, or do you have proof of who the forehead account was? Your troll
There
page?
was so many. Like, after I went on to Bree's panel and got in a fight with everybody, like, they exploded. So I kept keeping track. But that first one was blamed on somebody else. Yeah.
Hey, Sunset.
Stupid, sweetheart.
Sunset.
You just know what you know.
Okay, what did Coco do?
I just said, maybe people now.
I forgot what she did.
Well, Muse isn't answering.
Let the past be the past, but that was just in
Hold on, let me think about it for a minute because I forgot what she did.
Amy actually owned it.
There's so much that happened today, Aphrodite.
I know.
Everyone here
I don't
owns it,
remember.
call out each other
Oh my god, why am I blinking?
everything else, but they don't.
I don't remember.
So Elaine the Pain in the comments saying, K-Mac, that you knew your troll account was anti.
I forgot what she did.
Or did you just not know? Like, or you just knew for sure it wasn't a pro? Or what was that about?
Yeah, it was.
But what did she do, Beth?
Somebody, she's not even in the community.
I totally forgot what she did. I'm blinking.
She's just not. And
I know she got yelled at earlier, and I totally forgot for what though.
And
My head is
said a lot of stuff.
pounding right now because I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember, like, when did I make peace over there with Bree? Like, when did I start going over there? Does anybody remember?
Well, I was.
Oh yeah, she went after sales.
Okay with. I was still friends with Casey and Tiffany.
She seems to go after everybody. She's another drama queen.
Shit. And you and Cooks had your issue on panel. Tiffany never said in that chat that she did that or she'd made a page.
Yeah, but it was
She never
more
told
than that,
anyone
Beth.
Casey's Discord that at the time.
And I can't remember
I'm
what it
trying to
was
time
about.
patch it out. I still don't think you were okay with Bree.
It was a friend of mine, Elaine. It was a friend of mine. That's why. That's why.
But what I do know is Tiffany was definitely pro at this time, not anti.
I didn't even know Tiffany. I still don't really,
Tiffany doesn't know Steph.
Yeah, I don't know her. I've never done nothing to her. She's a weirdo.
Tiffany talks a lot of shit. Tiffany says vile shit in every chat section that there is, that she's allowed in. But she's admittedly too shy to get on panel, so there's that.
I literally
She won't ever say it to
messaged her today, and this is the first time I've ever DM'd Tiffany just to check on her because she was so upset earlier. And Sal's live, so there's that. I'm a dumbass, my God.
K-Mac, one thing I'm going to say is don't know. There's many people on this app I've tried to go out my way to help and platform and support and be there for. And I've been sat at the end of it feeling like I've got egg on my face.
How do I keep getting a restriction?
They've got egg on their face because they know.
And that last comment was wine.
A good friend. You've been a good friend, you've been a good person. This isn't your character flaw, it's hers.
The thing is, Jess, did Myra seriously think that she was going to get away with that and nobody actually tell somebody, hang on a minute, this is actually how she behaves. Did she seriously think? Did she not know that we remembered that?
I think she just thought the hate bonding was going to be so strong because she knows Casey doesn't like me and Tiffany's friends.
Exactly.
She thought the hate bonding.
Myra bonds with dirt on people. That's how she enters new friend groups, like Pony was saying earlier. While we're at it, I just want to say that Myra was on that panel with Adrian and TJ, who are now hanging out in FBI's chat, when they were being incredibly discriminatory towards Mexican people, since Adrian wants to deny it. And I know Lala and Nelly have their own beef with Adrian. I'm not a part of that. So to say that Nelly and Lala are calling out Adrian for her racism just because they're not friends with her anymore, I'd like to know, I called her out a year ago for being racist while we were still in a friend group together out of respect for each other. I like to help people and bring them up and educate people when they do something wrong, and gave her the benefit of the doubt with what she was saying. And TJ and Myra and others, Nina, I think was one, Nina that used to hang out with Skip. And, you know, you guys have said you squashed it with Adrian, and she's, you know, explained the recording that Lala had of her discriminating Puerto Ricans and gay people. But when I confronted her not too long ago about her saying that Mexican people in general were rapists, murderers, target little girls, steal people's jobs, there's too many brown people in the country, no one speaks English anymore. I called her out for that. I called all of them out for that in a private Discord call because they were in our friend group, and people like Elaine the Pain were there during that live and calling them out for that as well. But when I confronted TJ about that and mentioned how Myra and Adrian were also discriminating Mexican people on that live panel, Adrian and TJ went live and said that that's just their politics. They did nothing wrong. So if you guys want to confront her and have her, you know, tell her your secret so she can fit in with your group because she's been kicked out of everybody else's, have her explain that one to you. Like I said, this wasn't just because we weren't friends anymore and I wanted to go on a cancel tour about Adrian. I've only ever mentioned it when I was asked about it. But she said she did nothing wrong. So ask her that one for me. Myra was there as well. Myra is Puerto Rican, but you can still discriminate against other Hispanic communities, even though you are Hispanic yourself. Yep. Clock it. Oh, so Adrian said that gay people were an abomination. So there's that too. When they thought no one was watching, but bitch, I was there. And no, I didn't record it. I don't have evidence because I take this shit in for myself. I don't go on panel. I'm not trying to like cancel everyone wildly until I see you lying about it. Then I'm going to say something, Adrian. But that's just for my own personal intel because I don't like hanging out with people who threaten people that I love and put me in danger every day where I'm from, in my race, and people who I love. So that's why I take that as personal intel. I didn't record it. I'm not trying to post your shit and, you know, whatever, right? But if you want to lie about it, then I'm here to tell you the truth.
Elena Payne, she said, don't forget, racism and sexism doesn't exist because she never experienced it.
Oh, that part, yeah. No, Pony, I've been Gypsy Toe Blanchard like ever since I created this account, so.
I just think it's so crazy because
I know I've gotten 2 restrictions for no reason.
It's so hard to bite your tongue when you know there's people over there. And whilst we didn't know about K-Mac's account until tonight, I've known what's been happening to Coco. I've seen what my friend's been going through. And honestly, listen to me blubbering away about Myra. I don't know how the fuck Coco's been so strong. I don't know how she has been so fucking strong. I've seen her act a bit messy, but you know what? I can't hold it against her. I can't because I've seen the way people have come at her. What are you going to do? Keep poking her till she breaks? What do you want from people? Do you want them to get off the app altogether? I don't get it. You get one of my troll pages and you find where I actually troll. You find where I say anything bad about anybody. I sit there and I listen. The same can't be said for everybody. Well, I have you guys. And I have God, who sustains me.
I can say that. I sit and listen. I don't comment.
A lot of love and support, you know? Well, that's the one thing Mary does say in one of those messages, and it stuck out to me because it's so incorrect. Jess's friendship group is going to fall apart. She's going to lose everyone. Guess what, bitch? We're still here. And we're still all together.
Yeah, we just kicked out all the racists and homophobes, so we're good.
It was hard to see her on panel today, and it has caused me, like, a reaction of being emotional and stressed. Like,
I'm sorry that I was a part of that.
it was done before you even went live. So it's fine, and I appreciate that you've come over here and actually taken the time to hear me out. And I understand that on your live you were only trying to do right by your friend and look out for her, and I've been in those situations too. I've had to block friends to protect other friends, and it's not a nice position to be in, so I feel for you that you were in that position. And again, I'm grateful you've listened to me.
Of course.
Well, I don't know what else to say, but if anybody needs any more proof about the stuff with Myra, I'm always happy to send that. And yes, until my very last breath on this app, I am probably going to say, fuck you, Myra. And I feel like I've got a right to do that.
Myra. Well, Jess, you know I very, very rarely come up on a panel, don't I? You know that. I rarely do that. I'm so angry. I thought, you know what? She needs to be called out for what she did do, you know? It isn't just a case of you had an argument and that was it. It's what she did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm coming there to back you up when I see that shit.
Thank you, Tina. I love you for that, honestly. I know, Ayla, I appreciate that. Well, it's hard because I don't know Elena, and I do know I said it with Nelly and Adrian and with Lala. I don't blame my new friends because I was once friends with her too. I was friends with Myra too. I sat on the phone to her every day. I let my kids talk to her. I planned a whole fucking holiday to go see this woman. I was going to cross the fucking ocean. My first ever plane was going to be to New York.
God, I remember that.
Thankfully,
Blimey, yeah.
that holiday.
I mean, initially, she's the one that turned on you. She was the one that was acting shady in the first place. What a mess.
It's sad. At one point, there was potentially a chance of the friendship being recovered with me and Myra, and then far too much happened. And it was a case of just stay away from me. And then I found out everything else, and now it's fuck you forever and ever.
Sometimes there's no going back in there. It's like there's no going back with this Chewy situation. When you've overstepped that mark, then there's no going back from that. The trust is gone. There's just, for what? You can be civil, but the friendship is gone.
Can I also just say that ultimately, or I don't know if it was ultimately, but like what started a really big rift in the friendship group was because Jessica Ann stuck up for one of our friends who was suffering from addiction, and Myra didn't like being told to be nice to one of our friends, and she would get glee out of kicking someone while they were down and would laugh about it, same as Adrian. And that's what started a big rift in the friendship group, which eventually led to her leaving because she thought, you know, we were choosing her over Myra. So that's the type of person you're platforming. Someone, right? We don't talk about addiction, right? That person got off on bullying the fuck out of someone. Oh, just like Casey May, by the way. Another one of your buddies who's on that panel who knew about Myra and said nothing.
And just before I end, because it's probably going to try to be denied. The day Karen sent me these messages, I went straight to the Discord. I was going to voice note Gypsy Toe, but I noticed there was a call going on in Casey's server. And I thought, great, there's a whole bunch of people there. Someone's probably going to be able to give me some advice. So I went in and I asked what is classed as revenge popcorn in the States and how you deal with that. And everyone's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So I shared my screen. I showed everything.
Jesus, did you hear that?
I explained it. I gave the background, the whole fucking story.
No, I'm sorry. My daughter was talking to me. What's up?
It's storming.
Everything. The sites she
Stormy.
was on my news.
It's storming here. We just had lightning.
Oh, wow.
But she lives there.
I know. I don't know how they would deal with that, but it's 100% a crime here.
And while she was looking, she didn't find anything because I'm sorry to break it to you, Myra. I never had to show so much as a nipple. Not even a nipple.
And to address
you find.
Nice try, Myra. Nice try. To address Hightower in the comments, Myra was in KMAC's chat with Sal's and everyone defending her, not KMAC necessarily, but other people, who was saying, oh, it's 2026. Let's leave this behind. They're still on about me. They're acting like Jessica Ann is obsessed. Forgive Jessica for being pissed off that they were trying to harm her children, harm her life, take away her money, her food, her housing, all that stuff, and find her revenge porn. Like, forgive her for still being mad about it. I'm sorry, Zals. I'm sorry, everyone. Myra has been missing ever since she got confronted that last time. She has never been held accountable for anything she's done to anybody. And she wants to pop up and lie about Jess and act like she didn't do anything wrong. Because she's delusional enough to think she has an in over hate bonding about Jess, right? So if you want to, get an apology, Sal's, from Jess for accusing Myra of being the one to leak the call, I would love to hear an apology to all the people. Myra, the person you platformed, an abuser and a stalker, I'd love to hear an apology from her first before she gets anything from anyone.
Adrian, I'm glad you're here. I don't know if you can come up on panel, but I don't know how you can go from saying everything you said to me about Myra in a message to then saying, hey girl, I miss you so much. What the hell?
I had to talk to Adrian.
You know how much she went after me. You told me the stuff she was up to.
Mind you, when Adrian, when Adrian and Nelly and all of their friend group was breaking apart, right? They blamed everything on Myra. But as soon as Adrian's now against Nelly, now with the FBI, Myra's trying to make a comeback. Now everything's Jessica's fault. Now Adrian and Myra are trying to link up, even though Adrian blamed their falling out on Myra.
Adrian told me Myra cheated on her mom. She told me some really personal stuff about Myra. That guess what? Even myself, with everything going on with me and her, I hadn't gone and told people that. Adrian knows what she told me. I don't know how you can message that girl and say I've missed you.
Right. And Adrian, I know that you had to confront your demons with the FBI about your racist past, but you left out the part that I called you out for when we were in a friend group together. In fact, when I did call you out, you went live on your own panel with TJ and doubled down that was just politics and it's not a racism. That was just your beliefs. But then you went and apologized to the FBI for your racist past. Where's the apology to everybody else? Because that live was public. You were talking about Mexicans in general, and you never apologized for that. On our Discord call, when I called you out to help you out and gave you why this isn't okay, why that's harmful for people to hear, you left the Discord, you rage quit, and then you start spreading rumors about everybody because I pissed you off for daring to say one thing to you. Maybe don't be racist to Mexican people. As a friend, by the way, not just because I didn't like you.
Beth, get that one.
At the time, if you can remember.
The Jersey one.
Yep.
I tried to. They're not showing up.
Jersey, get the fuck out of my life.
I just want to say to that person in the chat, chew and spit it out. Me and my kids are absolutely fine. Somebody was attempting to do something to try and take food out of my kid's mouth, but they didn't succeed in whatever they were trying to do. But I think you are absolutely lovely for coming in and saying that, and I genuinely appreciate that. But thank you, we're good. But thank you so much for saying that.
Oh, it's Andrew.
Hey,
Harley.
Andrew. Thank you.
Oh, and just for Wild Bird too, Adrian was using a slur against, I think it was Italian people. So yeah, justice for Wild Bird too. I mean, it's just contagious over there.
Let's just say
Got it.
that there's more to the story.
Bye, Jersey.
Bye bye, Jersey.
Hopefully,
Fuck you, Jersey.
put out more. But
I think we got them at the same time.
Take it as you don't like them, huh?
I will shut my bitch ass.
No, they are a huge Mimi supporter and excuses everything that Mimi does.
Yep.
And
I
has
know.
talking poorly on us.
Actually, every single day I look at
I
you.
know.
and
That's
don't
why I
know
think
where
it's great to
I'm
block
from.
her.
I am in full on.
Well, Pat
admiration
asked the
of
question.
you.
You're not a
You
Jersey
don't even
fan.
understand how amazing of a person you
Oh,
are.
no, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Not
I'm a
this person.
Patriot fan.
I have Jello shots and vodka infused cherries for everybody.
Well, take a few from me, please, and thank you.
Yes, take one. I have my lemon cucumber ice water.
Mine's in vodka sitting in the refrigerator. Mom, I got you. You just live not too far, girl.
I know, but I'm not getting on the road. It's dark. I only got my sunglasses. Hello, lady.
Oh, I've missed that, Mama, by the way.
I'm gonna hop down. I just
Thank
need
you,
some time,
Harley.
but I do appreciate all the information
Thank you, Harley.
and everything that was told to me. And I'm really sorry about Myra. Again, I didn't know, but I can tell you, I can promise that's not going to be an issue on my panel again. So I'm really sorry.
Thank you for listening. That, and I want to say I'm sorry for posting that. I'm gonna give, just after you've gone, I'm gonna end the live. I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes in case you want to go and grab a screenshot of that post, and then I'm gonna delete it because your pain is not content. My anger is not an excuse, and I'm sorry.
And sorry for my rant, K-Mac. I don't very often go on panels like that. You know, it's usually that's a reason. So, you know, it wasn't against you or anything else, but...
Oh, I know that. I know. Y'all are good. Y'all are good, and I appreciate that, Jess.
Well, it's when you first meet somebody and you're on the panel ranting, they go, oh, she's not nice.
Yeah.
All right, but K-Mac, I'm sorry. This has been a lot. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for coming, K-Mac.
Thank you so much for letting me know.
listening. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
I know it's an issue when you're in England and the Americans are going to bed. And it's constantly blazing.
Jess, I feel terrible now, Jess, because I went straight up there.
Well, that's a lot. I wanted to see how it ended. Now, where the hell did everybody go to?
Hold on, I got a text message. Hold on.
I'm nosy. I wanted to see how it ended.
I think Aphrodite's pretty cool, too. I bought Dreamlight Valley. No, I'm kidding. I don't play that shit. I need my blood, gore, and gothic imagery.
I'm on live. That was eventful, though. That was going on since 10 o'clock this morning, though.
Yeah. Hold on. Is this thing gonna really tear up the whole community?
Seems like it already has.
I don't know, because I don't know. I mean, there's certain things that I can see both sides of Sal's pushed it and then he lost it. The only thing I have a hard time with is what was said.
Right.
And that's because of and it's a trigger because it's it's something that happened to me. So it's a major trigger to hear someone talk like that.
And I don't agree with it at all. I think he owes everybody an apology for what he has said. I don't think he should be making up excuses and pushing it under a rug.
Yeah, and I heard somebody say earlier that he said it when that all took place. Allegedly, he was drinking. Well, I know from past experiences, someone under the influence of drinking, they normally tell the truth.
But that's still not an excuse.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Saying
Sassy.
something that's
it's not an excuse, but you have to question. But I have a very hard time with it. With what was said, I can't get over. It's like a major trigger to me.
Beth, you better share with me. I need some right now. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. You're going out with friends, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll be leaving the house about 12:30. Because we're going to go do the parade. Hopefully it doesn't rain tomorrow and it waits.
Where's the parade?
I don't know. I have to ask Alex if we're meeting at his parents' house or his house.
It's not downtown.
No, it just seems like it's tearing up the community, I don't know.
Come on.
And where is Coffee?
I don't know. I sent it to her twice.
It's like she just disappeared and left. I don't even remember her saying anything.
It's storming really bad right now, Beth. We lost power twice today. You didn't just hear the lightning we just had?
Yeah, I did.
Or the thunder? Like, oh my gosh, that was...
See, we're supposed to have rain all next week for I think it starts Tuesday to Friday is nothing but rain here.
It's supposed to rain the next couple of days. Of course, on the 4th of July weekend. I don't know. I think all this it's getting nuts.
I mean, I don't like Sal's because of the things I've seen and witnessed. I don't like her as a person, but I kind of feel, in a sense, she kind of pushed some stuff, and it obviously went way too far on both sides.
I think if she'd never gone to his Facebook, this shit wouldn't have transpired. And
I mean, I don't
unfortunately,
care. Like, I hear people say, "Oh, Facebook isn't doxing somebody," but yes, in a sense, it is, because you're invading people's privacy, especially if they don't have their Facebook. Like me, I don't have it hooked up to my TikTok. You know what I mean? I just think you're going too far when you're taking things off of people's Facebooks.
I'll take that as a compliment, Beth. I know.
I agree with Beth on that one, but I love you, Sassy.
Yeah, but I don't do fuck shit like that. I'm
No,
nosy, but I'm
and
not
see,
anymore. I don't do
right
fuck
now,
shit.
I feel like Sal's is using this as intention. She's getting everybody to apologize to her for being so mean to her. I feel like this is attention seeking because, and then the whole panel of, oh, I'm crying this was like a month ago that this alleged phone call happened or whatever. So for me, I don't understand, why is she crying the crocodile tears now?
Right, and how long has she known about this call? Like, why is it all of a sudden coming out? That's what I want to know. How long
Yeah,
has she
like
known
who
about
leaked
it?
it and why?
Like, that doesn't make sense to me. It's like, I don't know, it just seems fishy that all of a sudden this stuff is coming out and it didn't come out sooner. Like, they've had it for a month but never spoke up until now. A month, Beth.
Maybe they were building their
Supposedly a month, Beth. Hey, Quad.
Quad, you didn't fall asleep. Everybody left me.
quad.
So it just, I don't know. There's just certain things about this that are not adding. Can you stop, my ADHD cat? I love you, but stop. It just, I don't know. There's certain things that aren't adding up to me. Why now is Myra and Elena coming forward and talking about this call? Why were they sitting on it for an entire month? Why didn't they just hand it over to sales when they knew about it? I get that it's a hard situation, but if you're gonna do the right thing, you're gonna do the right thing.
I just think the whole situation's weird.
Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't fucking know, but I do know that I'm curious of why now.
You're a good cat, Spike.
Spike, I love you, but stop.
Go annoy Melissa, Spike.
Don't push
You
him
know
on
what
me.
sucks is I really gotta pee, but my dog is like crashed out on my lap.
Spike is just trying to get my hand right now, and I'm playing with my vape. He's my ADHD cat that does not know how to sit still for the life of him. Right?
That's funny.
Isn't that right?
Neither does Cersei.
And Cersei knows how to lay down. He does not. Yeah, but once you start playing with him, Beth, he won't let you stop.
Yeah. Okay, good night, Quad. Get some sleep.
Good night, Quad. I'm probably gonna end it.
That's fine. I'm gonna probably go watch some TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So,
go to bed myself because I gotta be up.
alrighty, Chicky. I will talk to you later.
Alright, I'll see you tomorrow if I don't get too wasted.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.